What's up, YouTube? Dark Light coming back to you with another one. Well, we have had our first week of regular season football, and it was kind of on a disastrous plus exciting tip here and there, in certain games. Um, ooh, look at that beard. That beard looking good. Anyway, Um, but I'm not going to talk about any of these NFL games. I'm going to talk about one game in particular because I am a fan and I got to talk about it. I was going to talk about it after every game, but I decided just to wait till that first week is over and then go into it because I have stuff I have to do, get straight. But the game we're going to talk about here is the Chicago Bears versus the Packers. Now, I know y'all probably have seen other people's videos. Yes, I'm not going to give out a million stats. I'm a loyal fan to them. Always have been since I was born, basically. So I just want to be here and be like, just give my thoughts on the game because I was upset that we lost. Hated that. I wish the Bears would have won. Ouch. But we can even score a freaking field goal. There was a bunch of cons in this game, and not really many pros. Now, I'm going to just go into it because pretty much I put on all the blame, and y'all know it, on Matt Nagy and Mitch Trubisky, which I believe they both will bounce back this next game. Bears showed, if you think about it, the Bears showed did pretty good the first game last year and still lost. Then they showed some good resiliency on through the rest of the season. Once they lose a game, they show some big games. Maybe I think the first time they ended up winning 3 or 4 games in a row. Once they lost to the Packers, they lost to Miami. They won a couple of games back to back. Once they lost to Patriots, so they showed that they could do it. They got some strong resiliency. So I know they'll bounce back. But this game, the play calls, the rust, there was just so much going on in this game for pretty much from both teams. But I'm just like I said, I'm just talking about the Bears right now. So, but like I said, we all know we're gonna put the blame on Matt Nagy. We're gonna put the blame on Mitch Trubisky. I'm not on that train of getting rid of Mitch Trubisky, making trades and all that. I'm not into any of that. And I mean period. I'm not into any of that. Because we still got a bunch of season to go. We got 15 games to go this year. Then we got next year and his 5th-year option. I'm the person that love just to sit there and wait to the end of the season, see what we got, basically see what happens. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, Ryan Pace had an opportunity to get Pat Mahomes or Deshaun Watson or any of these other quarterbacks. No, I'm not gonna do that either because we didn't know these players until they played. Because shoot, how do we know once Deshaun Watson made it to the Bears and Matt Nagy gets to the team, they will be a good fit? How do we know if Pat Mahomes would have came into the draft and he would have been the best pick for the Bears? We do not know. Like I said, we're not the ones going scouting these players to get them to see who we're gonna pick for the draft. Helping these NFL team scouts get ready for draft. picks and all that. When we ain't none of that, we didn't know. Basically, it was a clean slate between Mitch Trubisky, Pat Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson. So I'm throwing that to the side. As much as I like them now, I think they went to the perfect fits. They're in the perfect setting of head coaches, players, and teams. So you had some, because think about it, you got Pat Mahomes. He sat on the bench for a whole year basically, so he had time to learn the schedule. Deshaun Watson came into a team. He had a suck offensive line, but he still had some receivers to throw the ball to. Mr. Trubisky came to the team. First year, he started in week 6? Because the first 4 games, Mike Glennon played, and that bad week, and then week 6, it's the Vikings. John Fox didn't know what to do with him. McNabb comes in last year, puts him in the good spots, just like he did, like McVay did with the Rams and Jerry Goff. So I'm not gonna get into it too far into it. So that's it. But there are some things that I actually saw after sitting back actually watching Mr. Trubisky. He made some pretty good throws in this game. Just receivers, couldn't catch at the time. Mr. Trubisky still needs to learn he can't look at his main number 1 receiver he's gonna throw the ball to. No, that's like high school playing. You can't do that. And I see he's still doing it. Maybe it had a little bit to do with rust. Maybe it was the first game jitters. Bad calling by Mike Nagy. Hey, who knows? But it was pretty evident that it was the bad calling by Mike Nagy, and Mitch made some bad decisions. And a bunch had to do with rust as well. Another thing I was able to see with Mr. Trubisky, he was able to actually sit in the pocket. Because last year he was like, if he didn't see nobody else, he was pretty much taking off. He was pretty much an improviser. Or scrambler. He'd take off and not even think about anything else. So in my eyes, I was able to actually see him sit in the pocket, take some hits, get the ball out of his hand. Now he still need to work on his mechanics on getting the ball out faster, planting his feet, but I've seen that he was doing the best he can to actually sit in the pocket, because he didn't take off run as much as he should have in this game. Because I believe if he would have used his feet as well in this game, there was a couple of times he could have ran the ball. So if he was able to do that, we probably would have won this game. But I see he's trying to become more of a pocket quarterback. He's gotten somewhat better in his throwing ability to make some catches. He still has to do his thing. He still has to bring the ball down a little bit, because we have quite a few receivers missing, or the ball was too high. Defense, I love y'all, boy. We might not have got a turnover, but we forced one. When Clinton Dix forced it from Aaron Rodgers and he dropped it, I think he was the one that landed right on the ball. So it was a forced turnover. We never recovered it. So, defense is going to be on point for a good while. But I think they sooner or later, that offense is going to have to get right. Because if they don't, I guarantee that defense is going to be looking at that offense like, with that side smirk, like, y'all need to find a way to get it together. But for now, they're brothers, they're a team, so they're going to stick together for now. Let me see who. I love this guy. I love Leonard Floyd today. I mean, that night, Thursday night, I love him. Had a chance to see him do a bull rush, swim moves, get to the quarterback. He got 2 sacks. That's what That's what I wanted to see last season. If they slowing down or stopping Khalil Mack, other players got to step up. Roy Robertson Harris, Bilal Nichols, Eddie Goldman, Leonard Floyd. But hey, I can't say much on Bilal Nichols because he did what he could last season. Eddie Goldman, he's basically a run stuffer. You're not getting none pass. You're not really getting passing. Running football. Keem Hicks did multiple things, as we all seen last season. But yeah, so that's offense. Y'all got to please step it up. Please step it up. I don't want to see this next game. I don't want to see all that penalties. I don't want to see all the swim moves. Y'all get beat on stunts. Because I guarantee you got Vic Fangio and that Broncos defense. Big Fangio know exactly what y'all are going to do. He watched the first tape of y'all first game of Thursday Night Football, so you know he's going to bring it. He's going to do some stunt move to the point where James Daniels, his thing that he probably haven't seen yet in the NFL, because this is his first year at center. So they're going to come at James Daniels. I believe they kind of did it too early to put James Daniel at center and Cody Whitehair at guard. I mean, I understand Cody Whitehair wasn't really that good at getting the snaps off in shotgun, because but he was getting better. He pretty much commanded that whole offensive line from that center position. Cody Whitehair. James Daniel still has a lot to learn, and now he's in game. There's going to be some rust. That he's going to have to play catch up, pretty much. But like I said earlier in the video, we're gonna put all that blame on Matt Nagy. They had what, the whole training camp to get ready for this game. And as we all know, it had to be strictly come out like they just did. And I'm angry about it, because I got a chance to watch all the rest of the other games, see how much these other teams that were rusty and how many of them were ready. A lot of those teams were ready. Quite a few of these teams were ready. Baltimore was ready, even though we already knew Miami Dolphins weren't going to do nothing. The Rams was ready. Carolina was ready. We had some ready players. Now a lot of the games there showed a lot of rust, but this game right here is one of those where I felt like we should have won. This first game of the season, we should have won. Yes, I'm glad for the healthiness preseason. I'm pretty much in between when it comes out of preseason, but health becomes a big issue now in the NFL. So I'd rather push preseason aside and let them play pretty much not. They rushed off during the first month of the regular season, the first 4 games of the regular season. I hope the Bears can come out at least 3-1 the first 4 games. I was hoping they would have went on a winning streak all the way up until the Saints or the Chargers game, but it don't look like that's happening. So, well, there's not much for me to talk about. Like I said, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the game. This ain't nothing. I'm not here to be like, oh, I just want to be a fan. I'm gonna probably drop quite a few more videos after every game. It's gonna probably come Monday night after all NFL games have been played, or Thursday. I don't know when I'm gonna drop them, but I'm gonna do one for every week, one of the football. So if y'all like this video, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up, become a fan of this channel. Subscribe, please. Become a Chicago Bears. Let's conversate. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Daniel_Handy. So you can contact me there, and you can contact me through the comments. We can conversate about what we believe the Bears should do, us, what they need to do, make better plays, or Matt Nagy need to stop calling these cutesy plays. And because Kadera passing is another reason why he needs to be off this team. But it's the first game. Ain't no telling what Matt Nagy got in his head or in his playbook for Kadera Patterson. But we need David Montgomery. We need David Montgomery to run the ball more. Mike Davis, more. Tariq Cohen, more. This is the opportunity. This is Matt Nagy's opportunity to get the running game going early. Before he does anything throwing the ball, run the ball early. He really didn't even have to pass the ball this much in the game. But this is Dark Light, and I will catch y'all another video. Cheerio.